Good afternoon, everyone. This is AMO here with another Casual Esports Amateur League playoff vodcast coming at you. We have a great one coming out of the Noxian division here between Guardian Gaming and Imagine Ocean. So it's time to kind of get into the cast and get everything going, make sure everything is going well. So hopefully you've all had a great Monday so far, but let's just get this match started. As you can see, the pick bands are already up on the screen, and then we'll be able to jump right into the match because it's a vodcast, right? That's kind of the whole point. So let's get that switched on over, and we'll get to it. Okay, so a Guardian Gaming versus Imagine Ocean did play in week 1 of the CasualEAL Noxian division here. So Guardian did win. Guardian Gaming did win 2-0 in that matchup. But it's been a long time, so we'll see if there's anything different from these teams. Real quick, it looks like before we run down the lineups, we have a nice invade possibility coming out on the side of Ocean. They are the underdogs, and so probably trying to get this thing started off right, or maybe they're just doing a counter invade. Nope, looks like they're going to be going in with Scion in the lead here. Let's see, Flash Hook and Rakan jumps away. So one flash down on the side of Nautilus, and Rakan with the jump. Slipped out. So we'll run down the lineups now that the engage has gone over on the top lane here for the side of Guardian Gaming or GG. We have Just Relish on the Urgot. Godless is going to be on the Hecarim in the jungle. Star Player Angel on the mid lane Swain. Jeremy AD Carry on the Sivir. And Mighty Mirfin Blue Power Ranger on the Rakan support. On the side of Imagine Ocean, we have Smirk DePerp on the sign in the top line. Strom in the jungle on the Sejuani. Quax is the mid lane Malzahar. Scattercat on AD Carry Kaisa. And Lagos 2000 on the Nautilus. So looks like both junglers are going to start on the top half of the map. Looking top to bottom there. The top laners help that one out as the bot laners are all going back at each other. Hecarim going to be able to clear a little bit faster than the Sejuani. But on the side of Imagine Ocean, they just have a ton of CC coming out of their team, coming those mid-game team fights and those late-game team fights from the Sejuani and the Nautilus. We'll see how that interacts with the kind of the mobility of like the Rakan and the Hecarim to interact on how those go. Also, the Urgot in the side lane split push. We'll see how much some Urgots in the league like to go for heavy split push builds, heavy split push control, while others like to go more of a team fight skirmishy build and engage. Just kind of depends on how everyone wants to work on that. So let's see here if we can move that over. And we will try and make sure everything looks nice for you guys here on the vodcast. Any lane in particular, Urgot's going to be able to get Jits or whatever it wants up in the top lane against the Scion, while Science just tries to get as tanky as possible. As we said, Hecarim's probably going to outpace the Sejuani in the jungle, particularly earlier until later. Mist Hook on the Nautilus down here in the bot lane. And then there's the Rakan Sivir. I think the Sivir is going to be able to obviously push a lot harder and faster than the Kaisa. Nautilus, though, does bring a lot better CCs. Rakan's has nice CC, but it's a little bit more situational and dependent, a little bit more skill Scott. Obviously, Nautilus just has to throw out a hook, but we'll see how it goes as they are setting up to try and get bottom scuttle control for the Hecarim on this one. Rakan and Sivir there as advantage. Looks like they're going to hit the blast cone and see the Sejuani. Down there is Nautilus is a ward. And maybe we'll have an engage down here. The bottom of this Rakan is going to go in for the knock on Sivir. It's going to throw out the Pizza Boomerang. Ricochets bouncing around some minions. Swain versus Malzahar in the mid lane is going to be boring. So no one's going to watch any of that. It's just who can outpush faster, as both of the champions have burnt all of their cups of potion. And while Hecarim did get the bottom scuttle, Sejuani is going to get the top one here. So they will basically be even after this, and we'll see on the clears and what they end up buying. I expect boots for Hecarim, probably boots for Sejuani as well, trying to get around, get as fast as possible. I don't know if she wants to go for the Nami Sivir. Rakan getting a little deep invade to get some vision down, knowing that Sejuani had already cleared that side of the jungle. It will be nice to see, I guess, when she comes back through for when the Gromp comes back up. And if she goes that pathing. But they're going to have to try and remember that here in about 2 minutes right before the ward dies. Otherwise, that Vision's really not going to collect any data or any information. We'll see, though, if Sejuani backs and runs straight to the Dragon, which I don't think any of these teams really are going to be pressure. It is an Air Drake, so Hecarim's going to really enjoy that if he gets for that first, but it kind of all depends on how fast these people want to go. Sion has backed and is the first to use Teleport. Picks up the Glacial Shield, Buckler, sorry. Definitely going to give mana and armor for this lane against Urgot, so he can spam his abilities a little bit more, and the armor is good against the Urgot to prevent all of that extra physical damage coming out from that champion. Hooked in by the Nautilus, and see the Rakan's be able to slip out of this one. So Rakan's like a good anti-engage champion for the side of Gaming Guardian. We'll see what happens here as the Hecarim is ganking the Urgot up with the Urgot. Sion's going to have to use the ultimate down to the mid lane here just to escape down. His Ignite's been dropped. Flashes and heals have been burnt down here as now Swain is teleporting into the bot lane. We'll see where they want to go. Swain's going to go in onto the Nautilus has missed all of his abilities except for the Q. There's the ultimate. Is he going to flash for it? And nope, he does not have to, as Nautilus did not have hook to escape to a wall. So Sion's going to go back top now as he did burn ultimate to escape. So First Blood going over to the Swain. An excellent teleport counter engage. And that's what we're going to have to see a lot out of Gaming Guardian is the counter engage and how well they can deal with that. And I think they have a lot of good champions to handle that. Sivir with the R button that helps everyone run away and then re-engage. The Rakan is able to dip in and out of fights, particularly with the dance moves and the charming. Sion will be charging in, and then you just got to body block that with like Urgot or even Hecarim or Swain, depending on how you want to do it. So if Sion charges, then you can have like Swain body block it, and then Hecarim ult over the top, so the rest of the team of Imagination can't follow up. It just depends on who gets... It's all layering down the CC on the engage or the disengage, counter engage, however you want to look at how the team fights break out on who's going to have the best advantage. I think that's going to slightly favor Gaming Guardian with their setup. Definitely nothing that Ocean can't deal with, though, as everything's sort of being set up. And Sejuani looks like to be stealing the blue buff here, as Hecarim's going to be coming back out onto the map. So good counter jungling already on the side of Sejuani, who's actually outpaced the Hecarim right now. That was something I was not expecting at this part of the game. And it looks like Rift Herald actually got started up before Dragon. How rare is that in a Seal game that Dragon isn't being fought over like level 7 or minute 7, and the giant scuttle crab Shelly has got like 4 people around it. Rakan's going to try and go in here. Maybe a hook from Nautilus does land on level 5 Rakan as they're going to turn everything up. Sejuani ultimate's going to swing and not quite land the target as she's trying to go in here for the engage. And with the Sejuani ultimate down, we'll see if we get a re-engage from Guardian Guardians, and they do. It looks like they're going to take it down, and it looks like Nautilus is going to be eaten into the Urgot, and that means it's absolutely death for Imagination because the fear is going to go off. Smurf the Perp's going to be able to take a Rakan kill on the back end. As we're watching this Sion happens, we can also go to the mid laners here being chased here. Can she finish off the Malzahar? I don't think so. You can keep running, and Smurp to Perp did fall. I followed the wrong fight. Tried to switch over between both of them, trying to go back and forth. But so that's going to be 3 kills over to the side of Gaming, Guardian Gaming. The GGs are coming out already, as Siver's going to have to pop the ultimate to go away. Kaisa's trying to all in. Will she fall in under tower? Doesn't look like it. She's going to back on off. So good job on the side of Kaisa, winning the 1v1 duel versus the Siver. Nautilus with the Hex Flash with the Q does land in onto the Rakan, but he's going to slip on out of that one. And this is what I'm talking about. The disengage or counter engage on the side of GG is strong enough that if the Imagine Ocean doesn't layer their CC properly, it could go drastically one way or the other. But they are first to the next objective, and it looks like Hecarim's going to actually try and push back the Nautilus, who went in for the re-engage, and CC is not going to be enough to save that Anchorman. Have they made an Anchorman skin for Nautilus? They probably should, you know, so like there's a like Weather Girl Janna. If they made like an Anchorman Nautilus skin, that'd be pretty dope. Just saying, I'd get it. Although Nautilus does have a ton of good skins. He's definitely one of the champions with the best, like, overall set of skins from top to bottom. Maybe not the best skin in the game, but definitely has a nice set of them. What between Mecha and Space Nautilus and whatever this one is and other thing. So, Sejuani, back to the Rift Herald here. Trying to get these objectives. They are giving up kills, which means they are giving up gold, but hopefully they can maybe switch that by using the Scuttle Crab here, Shelly. Get some tower plates in their advantages. Science pushing in the top lane, and he's going to ult in with the help of Nautilus. Take out Urgot under tower. Swain going to pick up a couple of stacks. On the passive. So we'll try and keep track of the passives here for you guys. As we have 391 health on the Scions so far. And Swain has 15, which is a bonus 75 health. Nautilus has been doing an excellent job roaming around and has only given up 1 tower plate, so Kaisa's done a good job here on the side of Imagine Ocean on getting their support out onto the map, allowing them to pick up the Dragon, pick up the Rift Herald, not have your AD carry fall too far behind in CS, nor experience, although Nautilus is level 6 compared to level 8, so the AD carries. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, you're just a giant CC bot. But depending on, you need to lay your CC down to make sure you are tanky. Urgot's going to try and clear out the wave here, as Shelly is going to charge in with the help of Sejuani and Nautilus. And there goes another 2 plates over to Imagine Ocean. Hecarim's going to ultimate in here. We have a teleport from Swain up here as well. We're seeing Urgot's going to try and finish this one, and he's got a that giant bear, pig, boar, I don't know, whatever Sejuani is riding today. Definitely going to be in favor. So while the plates are heading over at 13 minutes, we have 4 plates for Sign in the top lane. Malzahar has gotten 3 plates here in the mid lane, but only 1 plate. And there's a 3-man just absolutely dumpstering down onto this mid lane. Malzahar pushed up a little bit too far with no flash nor teleport, and knowing that the enemy team was out ganking away. So first plate is going to go down. Smurp to Perp. 5 tower plates going over to him, looking really nice. It just makes me slightly nervous here that if you have 5 tower plates on your top laner, 3 tower plates on your mid laner, and you've only given up 1 tower plate in the bot lane, here is Lion's going to ult in, try and go for the auto, then the Q, lands the double knock up onto the Urgot. Can he run away? Nope, there's another grass proc. Flashing in for another Q. Smurp to Perp is putting his team on his back right now. But I was saying, as overall gold, though, as Rakan's going to engage the Kaisa in under tower, just to stop the engage. Your team's down gold. And when you've taken this many global objectives, that and tower plates and those types of things, and you're down gold, that means you're down CS. Or in this instance, you're down 7-3 in kills, and those kills have really got on the right people. 2 on the Hecarim to make sure him going. Swain's on his first item. Siver's got 2 assists and is on his first item as well. So the goal differential you would expect when you say, oh yeah, we got the first tower and we doubled the amount of plates of the enemy team, you'd think you'd be way further up in gold. But those kills really benefiting Guardian Gaming right now, as Dragons should be spawning here in about 20 seconds. We'll see how the teams are going to set up for this one. Imagine Ocean is here first. That's what I like to see out of the teams in Seal, is to set up your vision around the objective properly. Now, they don't have a top lane they have to worry about because Sion's already taken care of that one. So it should be a nice 5v5 or 5v4, depending on how everything wants to go. Now, we definitely look at the items. Sivir has completed an item where Kai'Sa has not. Definitely be in favor. Is Urgot going to go straight in onto the Sion, who's going to ult to escape instead of re-engage? Interesting how that occurred, as we have Sejuani over here on the right looking to engage. Well, there's the Sivir ultimate and flash out on the Sejuani. Okay, so that's another misengage on the side of one team, and Urgot's trying to go in. Their hook does land on the cannon. Okay, the disengage. Poke's coming back out. Neither one of these teams have landed a proper engage. I like how they're not fully committing if they're not landing it, as they are slowly backing it up. Dragon is still here. Let's see here. So there's the Nautilus in, and he's going to pull in by the Swain. Does not going to matter. Swain's got a little Malzahar's ulted on the Hecarim. Is going to go into the backline, take down the Kai'Sa. Is going to fish everything off with the help of Swain. As down gets pushed in, Swerve to Perp's going to get popped as well. And it looks like Strom's the only one left alive, and he's going to be chased off by Urgot. And Sion's going to be punch, dead. Can we get an ace on the side of Guardian Gaming? Trying to pick this one up. Ace! As Just Relish finishes that one off, and Dragon goes over to GG as well. It's now 12-3. No one on the side. Did anyone die? I don't think anyone died on the side of Guardian Gaming, and that's going to be real difficult to get through here now, as that's just the gold differential not being what it was. It was one thing, but now it's just going to be absolutely kind of depressing right now after that team fight. The engages just didn't land just as smoothly as you would have liked. The nice disengage, re-engage from both teams occurred, and just the re-engage was better on the side of Guardian Gaming, as I was kind of predicting it earlier. The Hecarim just waited to the last moments and that, Nautilus came in, and Hecarim did get ulted by the Malzahar, but he didn't die. Swain getting into it, and then Hecarim over the top. Just the combination of those two champions, area effect damage, is going to have Sion fighting the Urgot down here in the bot lane. As Susan is now up for battle here. If you look at the player individual gold difference, it's really all going on top of the Sion, right? It's the only place where you're winning. If you're on the side of Imagine Ocean, definitely just get this tower and back off. Try and get as many objectives as you can, right? You're behind at the moment, 12-3, you're down in gold. Just start trading objectives. See if you can capitalize on this aspect. They're going to be able to take Susan wherever they want. Now, it does make me slightly nervous is that you've taken 2 towers and the enemy team hasn't taken any. And as soon as they start taking towers, we're going to see that gold swing even more in favor of Guardian Gaming. And when that gold starts swinging more in their favor, we'll start seeing completed items. And usually it's the first item point's not the biggest gold difference. It's when you start seeing that the enemy team has 2 completed items or 2.5, and you're at like 1.5 to 2. As is, the hugest gap in these mid-game team fights. And then you're going to have to be more reliable on your CC on how to get everything pressured here as Guardian Gaming. We'll see where they want to use the Rift Herald and who they want to put that gold on, though, because they're going to want to use it to break a tower, right? You can't just use it to just kind of take it off. Tower plates are already gone. Maybe you use it to help set up for the next dragon here, 2 minute 30 seconds. So maybe bot. I guess you're going to use it mid. But with no minions here and Nautilus and Kai'Sa, it's just going to deal half the damage. So, it didn't even break the tower down. And Kai'Sa was able to push off the top tower. So far, Imagination doing an excellent job on tower defense. They just haven't been able to pick up any kills across the map. Now, there are a couple of bounties on Hecarim and Swain's heads. We'll see how well those two champions can do in the team fights. If you could get a kill, let's say the Kai'Sa picked up a kill onto the Hecarim as Hecarim dived into the back, as Sion's going to engage down in on the Urgot, and there's a teleport coming down here as well. We'll see if this goes everything over. Will they tower dive? Doesn't look like it, as the Swain teleport is a nice disengage on the side of GG. I want to say there's a really good job drafting on the side of Guardian Gaming. Maybe not the Urgot into Sion. That hasn't quite worked out as well as they probably were planning, but I'm not against it. As Rakan's going to ult in, try and get the charm in on flash away is the Malzahar. And ult. And there's the Hecarim ult in, trying to get on the Kai'Sa ult on the side of this. As Sivir's actually going to go in there. Hecarim is going to die. Swain's going to pick up that one on the Nautilus here with the help of Sivir. That's just that speed boost from Sivir on the Hecarim is absolutely devastating onto the Kai'Sa. She never gets a chance really to get off any abilities in these team fights. And Sion down in the bot lane. I was about to say, Guardian Gaming, as you saw in the pick ban, did an excellent job of just setting up a really good counter-engaged team for the hard engaged team that Imagine Ocean did pull off. And it looks like Just Relish W'd himself a Blast Cone, because you're an Urgot and sometimes you do that. You're just running around with your W on. What's the machine gun, right? What's it called? That W. Purge. Nice. Okay, real quick, we'll check on the stats here. Sion's got 718 bonus health. And on the side of Swain, 34 stacks, which is 170 bonus health. Urgot and Sivir are going to pretty easily just mow through this bot lane. And it's really good that Swain has gotten so much kill participation for the side of Guardian Gaming. I'm going to miss that up this entire series, aren't I? Because that is your AP damage, and if Sion doesn't have to respect it at all, which he's chosen not to, right? He's gone full armor here. I guess, than the little bit of MR that the Frozen Fist of Frost, the Gauntlet here gives you. Sejuani hasn't even got to level 2 boots yet. That's kind of scary. But as I was saying, you need the magic damage coming out on the side of Swain. Otherwise, the pure armor stacking against Urgot, Hecarim, and Sivir is going to be pretty strong. And this is that point where I was saying that gold difference really makes the biggest difference, is when the fact that you have almost tier 2 completed items on every member of the side of GG versus only the Sion, who's completed a level 2 item on the side of Imagine Ocean. We could see a real big difference here in the next team fight, as we have 4 minutes till the next dragon. Ocean is really helping them as well. That's going to be able to keep them out onto the map longer, healing, giving them mana, versus just the Air Drake on the side of Ocean. So Guardian Gaming has gotten Ocean in 2 ways, more than 1 way. We'll find a joke in there later. As Rakan Hecarim trying to get in on the back line, do find Kai'Sa, who's going to have to flash out of this. Nautilus Ultimate's going to do a knock up here. We'll see if they want to do anything. Trying to get a push into Sejuani, trying to disengage. And Sejuani's got some nice disengage, but Kai'Sa got a little too close and pulled in from the Swain. Down goes the enemy AD carry. With the enemy carry gone, and the top laners are just fighting down in the bot lane. We'll see if they want to go for Baron for this. They have it all completely warded. I'm not sure Baron is going to be the most optimal play as Scion's trying to tank and deal much damage down the spot line. As we now have Urgot trying to go in there with the help of Tiamat. He's just trying to machine gun down this poor Scion. And they are finishing up their... Man, this is a slow Baron. Not the slowest we've seen in Seal, but definitely on its way. While we fight the top laners here, we'll try and see if Sejuani wants to go in for a steal, as they're just going to back off. And top laner's going to go back at it here momentarily. Once the waves start clash into each other yet again. And Stride Baker by the Urgot just to try and push Scion off the wave. Definitely see the, I was going to say the CF's differential was kind of about even between the two teams, as, you know, Malzahar's up 30, but Sivir's up 20, but then and the junglers or even supports slightly is in favor of Rakan by 20 as well. But support CS is met, but then you have 40 CS for the Science. So the real goal differential here is, and it's like 1 tower to 2, or I guess it's 3 to 2 towers now in favor of Guardian Gaming. As we sit, and this is just kind of the midpoint here. Hopefully, once again, everyone's having a great Monday afternoon, and everything's going well. Hecarim, oh my gosh. Poor Kaisa, and Rakan's finally going to get into the backline and snipe the kill. Oh, Scion shows up with the help of the teleport and ulti, but so does Swain. Sivir's throwing out the boomerang. Pizza's coming left and right, up and down. And that's going to take 2 members down as Malzahar is pushing in the bot lane. Sejuani in the... Or Malzahar mid, Sejuani in the bot lane. They're going to take down that tier 1 in top lane, make it 4-2 in towers. That pony went super fast. Let's see if they go for the Malzahar here on their way down the dragon. I think that's what they're going for. Malzahar's pushing in mid lane. Are they just going to let him push? He's going to get it. Sejuani did get the bot lane tower. We'll see if they get him. Where's Malzahar going to go? One silence on the wave. He's going to walk right into, and there's the knockup, and just... Quacks! You stuck around too long. You needed to bail. Basically, as soon as you knew you were going to get that tower, you should have pieced out of there. Okay, so that's going to be a pretty free ocean for Guardian Gaming here, as they've basically had a bunch of free fights in a row, which was a pretty relatively close game at like 4-2, and then like 4-3 is now 18-3 with a nearly 5,000k gold lead on the side of them. And there are your gold total differences. Once again, Scion, the only person who's leading the gold differential for the side of Imagination. And I just don't see it. There's no anti-heal currently, other than, I guess, the Thornmail and the Bramble Vest on the side of the tanks in the top half of the map. Not that's going to particularly... Oh, no, there's an Oblivion Orb right there and an Ignite. Okay, so my bad. The anti-heal is real against the Hecarim and Swain. But I don't think it really matters right now. So all the carries, except for on the side of GG, have large bounties on their head. You got to kill all of them. We move a 4-0-11 Hecarim, a 6-0-8 Swain, a 3-0-8 Sivir. Rakan's done an excellent job of engaging and disengaging this game, as well as a 1-1-13. And we will see how this one goes as auto attacks coming in. Malzahar on the Swain in the bot lane. Now Swain does not have teleport, cannot join in for this fight, as we do have the 2 tanks on the side, as they're just going to be engaged upon. Hecarim's going to push Sion back into the mat. Urgot is going to go after the Sejuani, go with the flip, as we're here. They're trying to body block Sion in so he can't go in any further, and flashing out is the sword. There's the ultimate. No, man. Once again, Urgot is chewing away on the enemy jungler here as the finals auto attacks. Look how long it's taking them to kill Sion. What a tanky dude. He would probably kill Baron faster than they kill Sion. Sion also puts up a better fight. It was 3.5 champions for Sion for what, like a total of like 20 seconds there? That's a tanky dude. Is the, you know, Swain just pushing in Malzahar down in the bot lane. It's now Kai'Sa and Nautilus versus the world here at the Baron pit. Rakan looking to go over. Oh my gosh, never mind. Well, I guess Urgot. I think Baron right now is technically slightly tankier than the Sion, but it was pretty close. Sion lasted for a really long time, and we're still looking at this Baron. Swain has walked from bot lane tier 2 all the way over to the Baron pit before it happened. Hecarim over the wall, just gets right in. Didn't he use ultimate against Sion, or was it back up? Hopefully you guys have been paying better attention to the cooldowns than I was for that fight into Baron. But with Baron now on to Guardian Gaming, this is looking like they just need to finish wrapping the present, put the nice bow on it, knock down a whole bunch of towers, and then hand the gift of game 1. They get handed the gift of game 1. You can't gift yourself a game, can you? That analogy was going somewhere really nice, and then it's kind of ran out of steam there at the very end. Although they can wait to put even more pressure on the enemy team if they just want to clear off the enemy Ocean Dragon before they take out Imagine Ocean. You know, insult to injury here. Kill their brother. And so as we have Nautilus and Sion coming in for engage maybe on the back end. Sion is back here, and there is no Urgot, but he's going to teleport in, and Swain's going to go forward, does get ulted by the Malzahar, as Rakan's going to jump in the disengage, so Malzahar ultimates does get canceled. Nautilus is getting stuck between a rock and a hard place, is going to die instantly as the oh my gosh, what is that creature, gets pulled back in, and down goes Sejuani. Sion is still here because no one wants to fight him. They just ran away from dealing damage. They're like, we're just going to ignore the enemy tank top laner from now on because he takes forever. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Smurp to Perp. Longest living Scion in Seal right now. As he's going to have to disengage back, and he's going to teleport back to his base. We'll see if this particularly even matters. As we are 32 minutes in with one tower going down and the inhibitor. Are we going to get both inhibitors down at the same time? Looks like it. Are they going to back off? Okay, so they're going to do this play where you back off the inhibitors and run to Dragon so they can get Ocean Soul so they can then use the Baron Power Recall to get it. So what did I say their gold lead was? Like 5 or 6,000 before the Baron Power play. Now it's up to 10. So let's say they've been up 5,000 as Hecarim just pushes the Nautilus back. Then comes the Boomerang in the engage. Hecarim ultimate as well means that that's going to be a dead support. Kai'Sa trying to deal too much damage is not going to particularly matter as they're now going to try and chase down on this Sion. This is Rakan's going to go for the knock up into the swimming pool. Can they finally take it? That's how you take down Sion. Urgot ultimate gets to eat him with so much true damage. Excellent job on finishing that one out with two of the tankier members down on the side of Imagine Ocean. I think we may have Guardian Gaming pushing in here for the win as Urgot's going to finish that tower down here as they are running out of minions. Baron has disengaged, but it does look like Swain's going to go into ultimate forward. Rakan's going to go in for the knockup, try and get a page, and I think they're just trying to end this game here before anything else. Nautilus has come back and popped the ultimate down to Rakan, but it's over in favor of Guardian Gaming. As they pushed in, did not need Baron for that final push. And what started off as pretty even went lopsided ridiculously fast. We'll look at the final game stats here to see exactly how that broke down. So here are your final stats of the game. As you can see, we have an 11,000 gold difference on favor of Guardian Gaming. And there are the kills. I mean, Cyan was the only one to pick up kills. All 3 kills for the side of Imagine Ocean were on their side. And like I said, it was a pretty even game. And then the graph just jumps up. This team fight here where they got, 4 kills? This was that real dragon fight where all 10 people were at. And after that team fight, it swung drastically in favor of Guardian Gaming. The disengage from both times again and again, and Hecarim just waiting. His ultimate was the very last ultimate, I think, out of all 10 people's to get used. And because of that, it really swung the team fight in their favor for game 1. So I'll put up some statistics for everyone here as I get set up for game number 2. Okay, we are back to game number 2 between Guardian Gaming and Imagine Ocean. This is the semifinals of the Noxus division, here with Guardian Gaming taking game number 1. So as you can see here, the pick bands are up on the screen. Nice to see Seraphine making it on through as the pick bands change, and it definitely looks like Imagine Ocean running out for a completely different lineup. Whatever they were trying to do in game 1, they are canceling it. They did not like how that went, so they are going with a different combination here. Is we have Jarvan, Elise. I don't think that's going to be Elise, right? We'll see. No, it is. That's a Jarvan, Elise, Lucian, Seraphine, and Pike. So this is going to be a very, very different style of game coming out of Imagine Ocean, going for a heavy pick comp, heavy early game, heavy engage, heavy assassination team versus the Sivir, Swain, now Nautilus on the side of Game Growth. So very different style here on the side of both these teams. And I like the adaptation, and I like, game 1 didn't go well, so definitely got to try something different here in game 2. Let's get switched over and see how well it works. So for the Imagine Ocean team, we got Smurf the Perp, tried to carry on the Scion. This game, as you know, I need more damage. We're going with the Jarvan in the top lane. We have Strum on the jungle Elise. Quack's going 80 carry Lucian in the mid lane, actually. Scattercat on the Seraphine. AP carry in the bot lane with Lagos 2000 on the Pike. Very, very interesting combination of bot laners here. Just Relish on the Renekton up in the top lane. Godless on the Rengar Kitty Cat skin. Oh my gosh, absolutely ridiculous here. In the jungle. Star Player Angel on the Swain again in mid lane. Jeremy back on the Sivir. And Mighty Morphin Blue Power Ranger on the Nautilus support. And it looks like Elise has got a nice dance going off as we have a little dance party between the junglers here in mid lane. No real action in this game, as we did see a little bit of engage in the last one. Okay, top junglers liking this, starting on the top half of the map, going down. Now, Elise is a level 2 ganker, so we will see how well this acts in the top lane. Rengar also level 2. We'll see if he goes tank Rengar, what type of Rengar he goes. I haven't seen Rengar in a while in League of Legends. We'll see how much impact his ganks occur. We'll see how much assassination potential this Pike has, and running the Predator, so we want to see this Pike get out of lane as fast as possible here. And Elise goes for the solo and goes down the red. So Rengar, 2 camps, Elise, 2 camps, but Elise a little bit faster than him done, but is the solo camps versus the Rengar doing the AoE camps. Definitely see how that impacts the ganking styles. I want to kind of see where these junglers go. Elise really known for a level 2, level 3 ganker, and I think you really have to push the tempo. With this team comp, if Imagine Ocean is not winning at 15 minutes in gold, they're behind. And by winning, they should probably be winning by like 3,000. As we do have the level 3 gank, goes in there for the coup, just misses it, takes out, but with the help of Ignite, finishes off Swain getting stuck in those minions. So first blood still going over to the Lucian here in the mid lane. I'm really liking to see that. As I said, we need to see Imagine Ocean push the tempo. They need to be up fate in fighting the entire time, and goes in for some slows. We'll see if Scattercat lands for an E here, as we maybe lose. Pike's going to go in there for a hook, and it looks like there's the spell sheet on the side of Sivir's going to flash, but nice flash on the side of this, as Nautilus is trying to body block this. It goes for the repel. Is going to repel down on the champion and just go back down. Nope, goes. He'll have to be burnt on the side of Scattercat to keep the jungler alive. There's the Snow. Rengar's looking to counter engage, and the Sivir Boomerang's going to come on out. This Pike's going to dip out of that one. And we now have Kitty Cat in a bush, and pumpkin spiders exploding in lane. So gank number 2 is not successful for the Elise, but that's okay, as it burnt all the summoners other than Nautilus is flashed down here in the bot lane. Nautilus with a ton of CC. We'll see how much that affects it. Scattercat sees flash not burnt either. So We'll see if there's a return gank down to the bot lane after Elise does a camp or two. As Rengar looking to maybe jump in. And that's a dash in on the side of Quacks into too many minions. There are too many minions there, buddy. As Nautilus is here as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Godless is taken down the mid laner as Lucian tried to do a dash auto onto the Swain. And you can't do that into Cannon Wave. That's just going to punish you here. That's your super magic tool. They finished this one off. So Swain had teleport and was able to get back to lane. Lucian, though, does not have teleport and went with the Flash Ignite. Means he burnt Flash in that engagement. He's going to be dropping not only CS, but down levels. Swain will hit level 6 before Lucian. Elise was seen over a ward, trying to get onto the blue buff. And now they're going up. Oh, no. Oh, no, Elise. They know you're there. Run! Run, Spider, run! Oh, hook right into nothing. Sivir's going to land some auto attack. There's the Swain double blast cone after the flash. Trying to go in. We'll see if Nautilus lands a hook. Does not instance as Lucian doesn't dash in. Trying to land a couple autos. Pyke looking for the Q. Does throw it in the bush. Misses. And, you know, we're fighting over blue buff. So, you know, up 200 gold is looking okay for the side of Imagine Ocean, but they really need to, like I said, keep pushing this. Start up, and it looks like Elise is just going to be really trying to take down this blue buff. Oh, she got it with the spider! What a steal. A spider steal for a Strom on the blue buff, and you just walk away. Oh, it feels so good. Got it. I thought that when the spider was going to go over, Elise was going to use Smite, but it wasn't necessary. As the top laners are duking it out. And we now have Swain going in for the ultimate, and it looks like Pyke's going to try and get in here and take that kill. Nice gank from the side of Elise before the flash thing was just back up. And it looks like we may have the ultimate on the side of Renekton here. Going to try and push Jarvan out of lane, who has teleport, so he can come back to lane relatively easy here. Is now Sivir and Seraphine down in the spot lane. I do want to say that is interesting about this matchup so far is both the Blue Ranger and Lagos here have spent a ton of time out of lane here in games 1 and in games 2. So with this much time being spent out of time game, Elise is drinking the, oh my gosh, that's ultimate. Not enough mana on the side of Smurf the Perp, as flashing out is the Renekton. I was about to say the supports have spent a ton of time out of lane, which means their AD carries have got, or carries I should say, because I guess Seraphine isn't AD in this instance, is AP, and gets a lot of extra damage. And nice hook on the side of Nautilus on the invisible Pyke. As Elise is actually gone back in, trying to fish with us, but goes into Rengar, who's level 5 here. And Swain gets another little, oh my gosh, and trying the body block is the Jarvan. Successfully does so on the Bolo. What's it? Bolo toss? Right? Bolo strike. Hook in on Nautilus onto the Pyke, who's going to have to E out. Try and get some of that health back. That gray health. Pyke has picked up boots. We'll see how much the Predator's going to work as Jarvan's going to flag and drag in, get some autos, and as the junglers are back on the top half of the map, we'll see where they want to go from here. We are almost to that 10 to 15 minute point where I said that Imagine Ocean needed to be about a minimum of like 5,000 gold up. We're 2 minutes away, so they need to start making, once again, some proactive plays here. Renekton's going to go in for the ultimate. Slice and dice not going to happen. The shield coming out from the Jarvan. Nice over to the blast gun. Flag and drive is going to knock him up into there. He's going to go for the Q. The Dominus is happening. Lucian's coming over here as well. Rengar's going to jump out of one bush into another bush, and blast cones over the wall. That was ridiculous interaction. He's going to go in there for another one. Gets rooted in. His Slice and dice is going to take the Renekton to the Elise and finish that one off. Now we have Lucian coming in with the calling, trying to get as much damage in onto the enemy top laner. push everyone off as the flag is in the, Tri-Butcher. They know he's there, but Jarvan has, basically a double minion wave coming in at him here in the top lane. With the jungler down, might as well start up Rift Herald since you're right here. Oh, nice dodge of the E, but Swain's just going to ultimate through. There's the Ignite down on the side of Lucian. So Lucian is winning some of these trades 1v1 over the Swain. The Swain is currently up in CS 63 to 48. And with the arm guard there going for the Zonias, we'll see how much more damage Lucian will be doing. And it looks like Elise is down here in the bottom. And there's Sivir with the ultimate. I think they're focusing on the wrong targets. I think they're trying to finish off. Double ultimate on the side of Seraphine. But it's run out of mana. Ignite down onto the Nautilus. Can he live? Actually, Pyke is going to drop to the Swain. Flashing out as Seraphine. Nautilus lived through that entire thing. How much did Nautilus live with? He's currently has health now right now. Let's see. Oh my gosh. He's down to less than 50 health after that. Yeah, oh my. Wow. How close that was is ridiculous. The small, just like one more auto attacker damage would have been a nice spell shoot on the side of the Sivir to back this one off as we're now in lane. Swain's just going to drop the W, trying to push off the enemy team. Maybe try and get some tower plates over to the side of Guardian Gaming. With the help of Sivir, this should be a relatively easy wave to push in. Dragon is also available. Rengar's going to go jump in here. Pyke is now back in lane. Rengar, you've gone a little bit too far here. Now Lisa's going to go up in the repel and gone back into the bush. We'll see if they dropped the Rift Herald down here, or if they're just going to back on off. Pyke's looking. Both teams have backing off. Okay, so down, engaged. Nautilus is going to engage here in onto the Pyke with the ultimate. Will get the Sunrise, goes back. See what goes. Renekton does get hit by the boomerang. It's not the boomerang. The snare there from the Elise. But this is not the spot that, Imagine Ocean wants to be in. They don't want to be in like these large 4v4s, 5v5. It's a 4v3. Pull in. Down goes Pyke. They really want to be in like 2v2s, right? They get anyone more than that. Their team comp's just really not quite set up for it, particularly if you don't have Jarvan there or Seraphine. Jarvan's your main source of, tank and engage, unless you're getting a pick. And if you're the ones being engaged upon, as Seraphine's now trying to dodge 3 people, Rengar, Nautilus, and Sivir are going to take down the AP carry down here in the bot lane. It's just going to be really hard for them to get in and do pretty much anything. Here's the Rift Herald burnt down in the bot lane. Nice. See, that's the picks that we're talking about. Elise picking up a pick onto the Nautilus looks nice. That guards handing gold over to this lane. This is what they want to be doing with this Elise pick and the Pyke pick. They need to be out and getting roams done, flashing with the W. But there, oh my gosh, the amount of damage on the side. That was a weird interaction. I'm not exactly sure how that... Rengar dodged the Pyke ultimate, I think? Hopefully someone has better, quicker eyes than me, all that exact interaction. But I think Rengar dodged the Pyke ultimate. That definitely swings thing in favor of Guardian Gaming. And now Lucian's out of mana here in mid lane. The Sivir's 2-0-2. Rengar 3-1-3. Renekton's gotten 2 plates in top lane. Both mid laners have gotten 2 plates. Seraphine's gotten 1, but Sivir's gotten 3 with the help of Shelly. So that means rip plates have also gone over to the Rengar. The goal differential, which we said at 15 minutes needed to be 5,000, or at least that's why I said 5,000 in favor of Imagine Ocean to see how well they were doing this game. If it's, 1,000 going the other direction, that's a 6,000 gold swing on where you needed to go. And, oh no, Sivir. Sorry, not Sivir. Elise. Rengar. Kitty Cat. All the burst damage from the lethality build. There's the slow. He just needs to get into the bush. Bolo strike. Leaps one more time. Misses that Bolo. Slice and dies from Renekton. Not close enough. As we have Nautilus roaming back towards the mid lane. Same with Pyke. As once again, the supports are no longer in the bot lane. They never really feel they need to be. As it looks like Nautilus ultimate. Oh my gosh. Into the Swain W and ultimate. Down goes Lucian. The support roams have been absolutely crushing this game for the side of, Guardian Gaming. As Sivir's going to have to try and, oh my gosh, flash, ultimate, heal, everything burnt on the side of Sivir as Renekton's going to actually die to Pyke up in the top lane. Nautilus coming in, Seraphine trying to go with the hero. Flag and drag, nice hook on the side of Nautilus to try and pull him in, but finish the completion of that escape is going to be Jarvan. So the few picks that Imagine Ocean have been able to do, I've gotten, at least a couple of kills, Pyke some kills. That's nice. The problem is they're coming they're being done after the play has been dealt, right? They're cleanup kills. They're cleanup sort of situations versus anything else. You've got to be, if you're the type, you've got to be the proactive team here. This is your team comp. You need to be setting up the vision for the picks. And that's what they're trying to do, right? We have Pyke. He's doing a good job trying to get the vision out. The Elise has been proactive trying to make plays. But here's the Rengar ultimate, and down goes an AP carry with there's no tower there to even fall back to, and Rengar is very fast at the moment. And it's sort of like, that cat's obviously jumping around here. Pyke's going to be able to get, with the help of Elise, down goes Rengar. There you go. There's a proactive pick on the side of Ocean. We'll try and finish him off. Swain is going to come with the ultimate here, try and disengage. Sivir's going to pop the ultimate to try and re-engage here. With the help of Nautilus, flash in with the E's going to miss. Sivir's going to throw out some boomerang. And there goes one. Try and finish it off. Cullen comes out on the side of Lucian, just trying to deal damage over the wall as he fades away. Renekton just trying to deal as much damage as possible. Lucian going to go in versus Pyke, and it's now 3 versus 2. But Elise is showing up, but that's Nautilus ultimate as Pyke's actually going to take down the Sivir. Nice Seraphine ultimate with the Qs. Can Elise stick around, get in back on the Sivir. She's trying to escape. Lucian going to flash in with the auto attack. Is going to take out the enemy support. And boomerang. Here comes Kitty Cat. Takes down 1 and trying to take down 2. Sivir throwing long range boomerangs, getting those Dark Harvest stacks. She got 8 stacks right now. So the all-in pick comp is starting to fall behind on the side of Imagine Ocean, and Guardian Gaming has done an excellent job with their own pick comp style as well. The Nautilus and the Rengar definitely getting the better of the picking right now. Well, we'll see how the rest of this is going to go. If anyone else, now if you get a couple of key picks on the right people at the right moments, you can maybe start taking some objectives. You're down 1 tower here. You desperately need to start getting gold somewhere, right? You're the team that's behind. You need to be in advance, right? You're the team that you got to start. If you're behind, you need to start trading objectives. If they're going to, go for this Rift Herald, you need to have, 2 or 3 people making sure you're taking bottom tier 1. If you're going to, you just need to start trading objectives. I know it gives the enemy team other gold, but fighting for objectives right now and your comp style is not going to be really intuitive. The fact that there's 4 people in the top half of the map and instead of like 3 people down here in the bottom makes it kind of, you know, at least this is not how I think. Once again, I'm 40-foot view here as Siver's going to run down the Lucian with the spell shield and the lethality build finish that one. Nautilus is going to get the Elise as she gets looked out, and it looks like Rengar's going to go over, try and assassinate Seraphine, and does so. Doesn't look the ultimate visual did go off, but I don't think it's did it get cleansed out of by the W because Rengar empowered W. Pyke with the steal on the back end. Once again, Pyke picking up kills after the fight's already over. Maybe we'll try and see if Pyke gets another one. Flag and drag into the Cataclysm, but just slicing out is the Renekton. He's slicing back in, and now it's going to be, you know, which support is on it. Now, Pyke is, or sorry, Renekton's being now, oh my gosh, so there's the Renekton ultimate. It's going to have to flag and drag out of there and trying to go in for the root, but Swain picks up the slow onto the Pyke, who's going to have to slip down towards the bottom. But nice hook on the side of Nautilus. Nautilus is 2 levels down behind Pyke. This shows you kind of the difference here as we now have Pyke going over the wall. So, I mean, Susan wasn't taken. I guess you pushed them off the Rift Herald there, which is a nice thing. But you can't have your support at a higher level than your jungler. When your jungler is level 9, everyone else in your team is 10. Is all 3 people into the Death Ball here on the Swain. That's a good pickup on the side of Imagination. It doesn't net you any objectives, though. Kills are really nice. The picks are nice, but you got to take an objective with it. So let's see if Lucian and Elise can trade this tier 1 for Dragon that's just spawned down in the bottom half of the map. Okay. Now, is Lucian going to take it? Or Elise is taking camps. I really would have liked to see the tower go down as Pyke gets caught off somewhere in the mid lane. They are eventually taking down the tower for the Sun Imagination. Just trying to see, but we got 4 people here. Sivir, Renekton, Seraphine going to try and clear this one out. But with Renekton here, oh, almost got the minions. Finish this one. So not much damage onto that tier 2. Teams are going to be fighting it out. Okay, so where do you send people next if you're both the guys? I'm not exactly sure if Guardian Gaming... Rengar does a lot of damage. He does have 2 items. Renekton's got an item and a half. Sivir's got an item. If she got to a second item, I think you could probably start thinking about Baron, as Jarvan's going to teleport up to this top wave, and he's going to teleport into 3 people. Tower's going to go down. He's going to try and flag and drag his way out of there, but there's the Nautilus Q, and there's the stun. He's just going to get CC locked, as that's a rough teleport on the side of Smurf to Perp. Obviously, he didn't know that there were going to be that many people, as Rengar is going to go in there with the help of the Sivir speed boosts, and all the lethality burst out the Lucian. And now there's 5 people roaming to the top here. And Seraphine's going to get pulled in by the Swain and take it down. We're 19-10 in here in kills. Renekton's going to do dash in. Does get stunned. We'll see what happens. But there is the... Oh, between towers is killing spree on the side. Is he going to die, the tower? Nope, he's going to slide out of that one. And it's just picks after picks going back and forth between these 2 teams. It's 20-10 in favor of Guardian Gaming. The difference is they are the team with an actual tank in the Nautilus, a support tank in the Nautilus, and I guess Renekton and Swain can kind of get tanky themselves with the increased health. Versus Jarvan's gone armor finally, as Renekton just jump in there. 1 jump, 2 jumps. Elise, nice damage in return, but you were down 2 levels to the enemy jungler. And that ruins your day as Swain gets a nice full combo in onto Lucian, taking half his health. Everyone in this game is squishy, which really helps the lethality builds coming out of the Rengar and Sivir. We'll see if Smurf the Perp does go for the slow Cataclysm. Swain in there, but now Swain says, you're stuck in here with me. I'm not stuck in here with you. As flashing out is the Jarvan. You'll see goes for another stun. Now, all that healing he gets with his ultimate and passive is absolutely ridiculous. He's able to take down the Pike, and Sivir comes in on the back end to finish off the Lucian. And there goes Ease coming out on the side, finishing that one off, Q's off. And they know they're just running away from the Rengar right now because they can see it with the ultimate. Renekton is pushing in the bot lane. I don't know if anyone's going to face him other than the Jarvan right now down in the 1v1. At least we'll maybe give it a try as Jarvan's busy in this tier 2 trying to clear out the minions to finish this one. And we'll go down to this lane as Elise is finishing off the minions there so they get away from the tower. Oh, flag and drag by Jarvan. Oh, he was at like full health. And just the combo of those two lethality champions absolutely shredded his health there. We'll finish this one off. And Pike gets caught trying to go fishing. And it looks like Rengar Ultimate's going to see the Elise. Nice repel to prevent some of the damage, but you cannot run away from Sivir with her ultimate running. She's going to chase down on everyone. As everything gets finished off. This is going to be an easy Baron pickup on the side of Guardian Gaming. And, you know, it's nice to see Imagine Ocean. They took mid lane tier 1. They knew that they weren't going to be able to fight over that Baron objective. Nice to try and start trading something. Trading back and forth as Teleport comes in on the Renekton. And I do not think if you're Imagine Ocean, you need to be here right now. You need to get away from this dragon as they're trying to go in, get a pick in on the Swain. But he has Zonia's, so you're going to have to flash out of that one if you're the Jarvan as Lucian's trying to finish this one off. Nice ultimate by the Swain. Does deal a lot of damage. But it looks like Pike and Seraphine. Oh, Seraphine's going to drop down by the help of super minions as they're going to re-engage here, finishing that one off. Lucian has dropped, Seraphine has dropped, Pike has dropped on the side of Imagine Ocean. And when the other team is this far ahead, they're up 10,000 gold basically on you. You just can't really let them go. I mean, it's third dragon. It's not the fourth dragon or the elder dragon. Just sort of let them have it. Just back off, try and clear minions because they do have Baron. I guess you can try and go for your steal if you're the jungler. But the enemy jungler is, you know, 3 levels ahead of you. As nice repel, trying to now just run away, but Nautilus ultimate plus, you know, Kitty Cat's ability to jump ridiculously far out of bushes means that's going to be a dead spider. Okay, so Baron power play goes in favor, obviously, of Guardian Gaming. And it's just, I'm just sorry, I've been kind of delayed here because I wanted to try and hype these matchups going very far. And I really set it up for Imagine Ocean to get off a really good early game with their team comp and kind of like fight back to come into this. And when the early game went not so in favor of them, it's really hard to try and hype up a perfect, you know, a great comeback from a team that's built so much on getting those early advantages, right? They just don't have, or at least I don't think they have any of the scaling to sort of compete with the scaling that Guardian Gaming has, as they're just getting absolutely ran over here in the base with the inhibitor. I mean, Pike's going to go in there, but there's the Zonias. I mean, Renekton is up. I mean, it's just kind of being full control over here on the side of Guardian Gaming. Once that early game was theirs and their advantage, it's been relatively, I don't want to say smooth sailing because they have been getting picked off after the kills, but the picks came way too late on the side of Imagine Ocean as Guardian Gaming punches their ticket to the finals. So game 2 was pretty one-sided in the second half of it. Sorry about that for Imagine Ocean. Good job by Guardian Gaming to, once you see your advantages, take your advantages. And I like the attempt out of Imagine Ocean to try and go for the early, the Lucian controls the lane. The Elise gets in some nice early ganks. Pikes gets on the roam and picks up some kills. It really is really good there, but it just doesn't. It just didn't happen for him, right? Nautilus did an excellent job matching the ganks. Rengar seemed to be the same pace with the Elise early on. And as soon as the Rengar started to pick up some kills, the early lethality build coming out of the Rengar and the Sivir sort of was able to just sort of pop people ridiculously amount with health and armor when it comes that way. So sometimes when it's just not your day, it's just not your day. I wish that would have been a slightly better of a game 2, but game 1 was definitely a pretty good one. So here are the rest of the stats for the match. Here, I don't know how much more people want to see the stats in this one. I still think it was a good series, and it was a good overall season for Imagine Ocean. Definitely making the semifinals is something to be, proud of. Maybe not how the season, particularly to lose on that type of loss, is kind of bitter, but definitely Guardian Gaming showed that they are a team they dealt with, and I'm really looking forward to see what they can pull off in the finals here, as they definitely shown through the regular season and now in their playoff match here, that they are a team to be reckoned with. So I want to thank everyone for joining me live this afternoon on the Twitch. Don't forget to follow us so you know when we go live. If you're watching this on the VOD via YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and join the Discord if you haven't already. We have more announcements about the rest of Season 5 playoffs coming there, as well as all of our off-season events happening. And don't forget the Season 6 invitations have kind of been sent on off-season. When you can sign up, that information is in the announcements as well in the Discord. So thank you all for joining me this afternoon for another VOD playoff cast. This is the Amo, your host. You all have a good rest of the Monday and the rest of the week.